Okay, so welcome back. Today I'll be making a drill beat out of this French sample, Roland Romanelli Impro Star. He's a French synthesist, so let's get into it. In here, in FL Studio, I'll just drag it in. Now it's a bit different, it's very synth heavy sample, so that'll be interesting to work with. I'm probably going to add a low pass filter, make it a darker tone. We'll see what I can get out of this, but first I'm going to start off by finding the BPM. Okay, so here I am in 173 BPM. I've got basic normal trap drums here, and I'll just go through what I've selected so far. So pretty happy with that first bit, and then here. So I'm happy with both of them. Next I'm going to set a solid foundation for the snare and hi-hat, or the general bounce of the track pretty much. And then I might mess around with the tempo, and then I'll definitely move on to editing the sample a bit more. Okay, so I'm quickly finding it's pretty tough to get a general sort of groove out of just hi-hats and a snare with this, so I'm going to filter this sample a lot and try and just isolate it to the instruments, like the main sort of sound, and we'll see where I can go from there. Okay, so I've established a better groove now. I've added a lot of EQ to just pretty much destroy these frequencies, filter pretty much all of it. Add a lot of reverb and a supermassive and a halftime, of course, to give it that dark vibe. And here's what I've got so far. Now I think it's time to find the bass notes or root notes of these samples and lay down a little bass line. Okay, so I've got a bass line down for this first bit. Now I'm going to create a second one for this next bit. Okay, so I've got bass lines for both of these now. The next step is going to be working on the drum pattern here in pattern 1 for this first section, and then I'll just copy that over and replace the bass lines pretty much. So I'm going to go through, pick some open hats, some perks, and just establish a nice little bounce, and then I'll get to working on the 808 and kick after that. Okay, so I've got a nice groove going. I just play the drums by themselves now. So I've got basic hats, just a kick on the one snare, drill snare, this shaker, that sort of crunchy shaker, then these, then another rim here, and then building up, then a clap over here, then finally an open hat, and the 808 of course. Now the next step is going to be creating a nice 808 bounce, so I'll get into that now. Okay, so I've got this first drum pattern down, 808 pattern. I'll do another one for the second bit, but this is what I've got so far. Pretty happy with how that's going, just got some nice little bounces there with that velocity going up, then some slides, then a couple more chops, whatever, and then it sort of repeats with that same sort of idea. Bit of stutter there. That's about it for this 808. I'm just going to copy that over to the kick and find the important ones, and then just use those. Okay, with that kick now. I reckon I'm going to end up pitching the sample either up or down, because I don't like this A too much. I don't like A's and A sharps on 808s, but we'll see what happens eventually, I guess. Now it's time to move on to this next 808 here. Okay, so I've made another 808 pattern. Now I reckon it's time to work around with the pitch of these samples. So I'll get onto that, and then I'll just finish off with some arrangement and I should be done. So I've pitched it up 200 cents and I'm liking how that's sounding. Just unmute all of these and I'll split by channel. Drag all of those out and then I'll figure out which one's which. And now I'll get onto arrangement. Okay, so I've pretty much finished the track at this point. The last thing I'm going to do is just add my tag. That'll take 2 seconds. Add that there, maybe.
Sigh, what was that?
Okay, so what I've done, just a bit of basic arrangement. So I've got the first part there and over there, and then the second part here. Smooth little transition between the two sections. Then I've got the kick coming in a bit late here, but the kick coming a bit early over here, just for some variation. And I've got the perks sort of hanging behind for a bit and then coming in. And then I've also got the hat coming in a bit late over there. That's about it. I'll just let the beat play out now. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.
Sigh, what was that?